Mary from Queens, what's up? My dad's from Rockaway. Hey, how long does it take for you to grow a beard? Well, it depends the length. Like my normal scruff look, I guess. If I shaved all the way to look like Baby Max, it would probably take me like 4 or 5 days to come back to this length, like 4 or 5, 6 days. I haven't ever gone for full beard. I don't know what that would look like. It would probably be pretty gnarly. But I would imagine that would take me, 3 weeks, 2, 3 weeks. But I have like sort of consistent scruff, which is what I always wanted as a child. So I'm very grateful for the universe for letting me have my mask on my face of scruff. Maddie from Gettysburg says, what can we expect from you in terms of upcoming music? Wonderful question, Maddie. I would say I'm really, the last album, Hell's Kitchen Angel, which thank you if you listened and bought it or downloaded it illegally. I don't really care. I appreciate you listening. I would say what I learned the most was just being completely vulnerable and talking about the things that maybe I was afraid to talk about or be honest about or vulnerable about. I want to dive even deeper into this next set of music with that mindset, because those are the songs that mean the most, even though sometimes they're the hardest to write. So I would say you can expect a deeper dive into topics that maybe aren't talked about as often, because maybe there's something we as a society don't always want to address, and it feels better to just ignore them. And also, you can expect a lot more energized music. Those are the two sides of me. I love getting super litty and excited and have a good time, but also just really dive as deep as possible as well. So, yeah. Dea from Chicago. Hey, Dea. Don't let me down. What state or city do you love to go to on every tour? Great question. I have so many favorites. I would say, like I said before, Indianapolis was definitely one of the craziest shows on the last tour. I love going to some of the cities that not necessarily are hit on every tour, like Indianapolis, what it should be. I'm definitely hitting on this next one. I love coming to Chicago. It's one of my favorites. I met my wife there. I proposed to her there, so Chicago means so much. New York, my hometown, of course. I got to come back to New York. And yeah, Atlanta's always crazy. I always get surprised, though. Every tour, a city will raise its hand, and suddenly I'll be like, I have to go back there every time. New Mexico, I had a great time at Meow in Santa Fe. And yeah, anywhere I enjoy performing, but some of these cities where people just really come together energy-wise and let loose are my faves. Val from Westminster asks, what's your favorite song to perform live? Oof, very good question. I would say Basement Party is probably one of my favorite songs to perform live, especially with a crowd that just gives in. When we're all jumping together and we're all going crazy and Wink's up in there, right, baby? It's magical. So that's definitely one of my favorite songs to perform live. Sendra, I think that's how you say it, Cendra, Sendra or Kendra, from Cooperstown says, what made you want to start singing? I kind of had no choice. You want? Okay, we're going to leave. I kind of had no choice. I just needed to do it. As a little kid, I just grew up in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. I went to Broadway shows. I would come home from the Broadway show. I'd sing and dance on my living room table in my underwear, and I couldn't stop. I just needed to do it. It's as cliche as it sounds. It's like breathing for me. I have to perform. I have to sing, and so I started, and luckily I never stopped. And I'm grateful to be able to do it every day, and just get to hopefully make people happy or help people, and also get to afford to eat and drink so I can survive. Pizza Father from San Diego. Pizza Father, I hope that's your born name, because that's an amazing name. But if not, I still applaud you on a wonderful name. Will your upcoming tour have a meet and greet? Yeah. As always on every tour, I try to meet as many people as possible. I like to make sure that, sometimes people, I actually did a tour where I only did free meet and greets, and people were upset that I wasn't doing the, VIP experience, which was surprising, but I learned from that. And so I offer it all now. We do a pre-show VIP, which is a little different experience, has some more exclusive things. I also do, for this next tour, for the Meteor Tour, first 50 people, 25 to 50 people in every city to buy tickets. So if you buy tickets right away because you're an OG and you're coming to this tour, I'm doing a free meet and greet for those people after the show. And then I'll do other free meet and greets at every show too. So at the shows coming up for Meteor Tour, I think we'll probably do, if you grab some merch, a T-shirt or something, you'll also be a part of the first people to do that. A couple people will be a part of the free meet and greet. So I always want to meet as many people as possible. I love the human connection and the experience. So the answer is yes. Desi Tane from Oxford. was like, she asks, how was it like shooting rags with my cousin Keke Palmer? Oh, that's your cousin? Yo, Keke, what's good, baby? Heck yeah. I had a wonderful time. Yeah, rags changed my life. I still, I follow my dreams. It will always be a part of me and my experience, my journey. And I look back on it, and Keke is one of the most wonderful humans ever, and she's so honest to who she is, and she's an inspiration in that way. Even if we don't hang for a while, whenever I see her, it's like no time has passed, and she's just a beam of light and so wonderful, and that's awesome. She's your cousin. Give love to the fam. I'm sure you're rad too. And I loved shooting rags. It was such a wonderful experience. Shahid from Istanbul. Hello, thanks for the love from Istanbul. How can someone become a member of the HK? Oh wow, you know about HK? What's good? So if you know, HK is sort of my, it's my street team, my people. I don't even know what to call it. It's just our squad. That's if you're a supporter of my journey and just sort of the message I'm trying to bring to the world, then you're another member of HK, but sort of the captains, the leaders of the HK from all the different states. I just look for people who are very supportive. I look for people that around the world show love and send me messages on all of the different social medias, Instagram, whatever else, Twitter. And I look for people that are so obviously very committed to not only being supportive of my music, but also being supportive of what I want to promote. And that's always bringing a positive energy in whatever way, in whatever part of the world you're at, and finding how to help people through that and finding community and coming together to try to make a difference in whatever way that may be, even if it's just to make people happy or it's to get more people to rescue dogs like my baby Wink, like we did, to have more homes. Anything we can come together with. So that's how you can become one. Callie from Fairfax says, who or what is your biggest inspiration? Wonderful question. My wife, every day. I love her, and she is always my biggest inspiration. She makes me a better person, and she is the greatest person I know, and I love learning together and finding parts of myself that I know are habits that I want to change. And even musically, I want to create music that makes her proud, my family proud, my mom, my dad, my people. But truly, it's the people that I love in that way, and then also people who come up to me at shows and tell me that they were maybe in the hospital for a few months because of an illness and listened to the music every day, and it helped them, and that's the most fulfilling. I'm most inspired by fulfillment, and not money, not fame, none of that. It's all about that hole that I think we all have in us, that we try to fill sometimes with money, or we try to fill with people knowing us or whatever else. But it's really the things that matter, the depths of fulfillment. That's not a word, but being fulfilled. That's the greatest joy, and that's what inspires me every day.